Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Still crazy times. Let me move this a little bit. I know I need to check email. I haven't checked. I've had a headache let me tell you something. I don't know if it's the weather change because we have this beautiful fall weather or what, but I have not checked email. I have a feeling I need to. I'm so sorry. I can be bad about these things. I go through phases. It's really bad, I know. And yeah, so I've had a migraine all week. I finally broke down after work last night and I went to Natural Grocers and I bought, because I read about magnesium glycinate. So let's get this out of the way because I want to talk politics, but I know I got to talk about because why I haven't answered emails because I need to do that. But I was taking a magnesium complex and I started magnesium because of migraines and found out it helped. It worked. But also, and for anxiety and depression, it helps. It works. But what I noticed that I didn't realize how much it helped and worked until I stopped taking it. And so you run out, or maybe you don't have enough money, or what have you, or you buy the wrong brand. And what I have found out that magnesium is fine and good. It helps with my leg. I get restless leg syndrome. I've had that for a long time. Ever since I was a kid, actually, I've had it for a long time. Is when I lay down at night, or if I sit in a movie theater or sit anywhere for too long, I start to get restless legs. And so I found out magnesium helps with that. It helps with my anxiety, headaches, restless leg. But then I found out by not taking this particular glycinate, because I bought just magnesium citrate. I bought magnesium citrate. I was getting massive headaches all the time, especially with the weather change, and stress induced, and pain in my left foot because of, as I told you, at work we walk up a lot of stairs, and I've been driving to work in a stick shift for this past year and have had horrible pain in my left foot. I found it's a thing. It's called clutch foot, which sounds horrible. It sounds like some medieval affliction, but it's actually from driving a clutch and pushing the clutch. And sure enough, it's been awful. It's really been okay. Anyway, headaches, ache in my foot, all of that, body, just lots of things. And I'm like, okay, Amy, just go buy some gosh darn magnesium glycinate. So I did. After work, I went to Natural Grocers and I bought some. And let me tell you, almost instantly, I began to feel better. My migraine started to ease off. This morning, I took more. No migraine anymore for the first time in like 4 days or more. My foot feels better. I feel a lot calmer. And it's almost like I can breathe again. I'm so happy. But yeah, I'm backed up on emails and need to do that. I also need to mow the lawn. All my neighbors are mowing and I need to do that too. Okay, so but let's go to politics because I had a huge hit. I was at work last night and we have a lot going on. As at work, sometimes I have moments where I'm just standing there because we've done everything. The guests are there, they're sitting, they're happy, they're eating. There's nothing to do for a few moments. So then I'll ask my guides and angels to tell me, give me a heads up on what 45 is going to do this week or what's going to happen this week. And I actually called in John McCain. I don't know why, but I did. Oh, well, I think because Madam Vice President's new pick, VP pick, Tim Walz, Kamala, her pick reminds me of John McCain. He has the energy of John McCain. And I think that's why I called him in. So I called him in and I did the thing where I say, okay, write on a chalkboard or a whiteboard, psychically in my mind's eye, my psychic eye, answers. At first I wasn't getting much. And then I relaxed and he just gave me a whopper. John McCain gave me a whopper. He said the words, Tanya Harding. And when he said that, it unleashed this vision that I've been having for quite a while now, especially this last week, of in the Olympics, and here we are, we're lined up with the Olympics. We're in an Olympic time, which is high energy in the world, right? And the world comes together and everybody's watching. All these hopes and dreams and aspirations. It's a really high time. The agony and the ecstasy of defeat and success. And we're all together in the world watching. Okay, anyway, so Olympics. And Tanya Harding had this whole scandal with Nancy Kerrigan where her boyfriend and his friend had bashed Nancy Kerrigan's kneecap before the Olympics, and so it was to disqualify her potentially and ruin her chances of winning gold. And Tanya Harding claims she didn't have anything to do with it. So she gets to go to the Olympics too. So they're all at the Olympics, and Tanya Harding just has this set of bad luck over and over again, and then culminating to the scene where she can't even have a proper shoelace for her ice skates, and she puts her skate up. She tries to skate, and oh, my foot, my skates. Stop the music, and skates over to the judges and lifts up the skate and says, "Look, my skate, the laces." That's the image of 45 right now. Tanya Harding, and they said, John McCain said, Trump Harding. Of course, my guides and angels too. Trump Harding. So he's doing that. And I have to go through there's so much. I can't even pinpoint one thing, but I have to go through all this. Okay, first thing first. Okay, so this airplane thing. His plane had to stop the other day in like Billings, Montana, where apparently, or he was on his way to Billings, Montana. I can't remember what it was, but apparently he owed money somewhere and couldn't pay to refuel, owed money to the county, state, whatever, city for the last rally, the last time he was there. And so they wouldn't let him refuel. He didn't have the money because he was avoiding all of this. So he just said he had a plane malfunction. And of course, I feel like also to call it a plane malfunction was to cover up the narcissistic hurt that he had over being caught in a lie when he said that he had been in a helicopter near fatal accident with Willie Brown, whereas Willie Brown said in that time with the helicopters crashing, apparently he said horrible things about Kamala. Never happened. It was Jerry Brown. They were not crashing. But 45 is so, to put it in a not nice term, butthurt over this whole thing, narcissistic attack, narcissistic pain, injury, being caught with a lie. And he's doubling down on the lie. And so not only is he doubling down and saying he has records that he was in a crashing helicopter with Willie Brown, not Jerry Brown, Willie Brown. So they're producing, and I feel like that's where MTG is, because you notice how MTG and them are really silent right now. I feel like they're all together producing these records. But not only that, so he has to do this lie, but create his own event where he almost died in his plane. So see, these things happen. Tanya Harding pointing at her skates. See, so look what's happening. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. They hurt me. They're all lying. Give me another chance. That's what he's doing. And you know what happened to Tanya Harding? She didn't end up winning. I don't even think she got bronze at that Olympics. She went on to be prosecuted for her part in Nancy Kerrigan being attacked. She continued to blame her boyfriend and I believe some other cohorts. But now that John McCain showed me this, I believe that she 100% orchestrated the whole thing, just like 45 orchestrates everything he does. But yeah, she was prosecuted. And what did she do? Did she ever go to jail? I don't think so. So ding, ding, ding. 45's probably is going to get sentenced here soon, but he probably won't go to jail. And what happened? She didn't win. He's not going to win. He's trying everything. He's trying to get sympathy. Like Tanya Harding got to skate again, but she did horrible. And again, she didn't win. She didn't win. And it ruined her. Everybody saw her as pretty much guilty. And she went on to be a fighter and various other things. And now you don't really hear about her anymore. It's just pretty obvious that she was part of the plot. And I feel like now she orchestrated the entire thing. But 45 is looking for sympathy. Okay, he's also looking to dump JD Vance. And that was the other thing that I was shown. And I'm getting that very strongly today. So this whole thing of my campaign was hacked, I feel that's probably made up. This is another one of the events that is, because we keep having these events, don't we? 45 keeps creating events to save his proverbial butt. And this is another event. And what is it? it's orchestrated to help him get rid of JD Vance. Now I pulled some cards today. I asked Spirit, show me JD Vance as, because I'm seeing JD Vance as the Fool, but you can pick another card. It'd be like the Knight of Pentacles, but that didn't feel right. Well, they showed me the Knight of Rods, the Knight of Wands. But they did show me the Fool, and they said the Hierophant, which would be the Law, and the Fool. There he is. And that's probably Frump trying to figure out a way to get rid of JD Vance. And what I'm getting is there is a Queen of Swords that he's thinking of replacing JD with. We have the Tower in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's something going on. Remember, I kept getting Christy Nome, Carrie Lake, and or the lady who was in contention with 45 that he made fun of, and I can't remember her. I can never. Nikki Haley. Okay, so 45 definitely wants to try to replace JD Vance with a woman because he feels like he needs that energy to combat Kamala, and he probably would pick a woman who has some sort of ethnicity. That would be Nikki Haley. But, you know, this is just in the ethers of what he's thinking. But I want you to know that what I got overwhelmingly is that 45 feels like JD Vance is bad luck. He feels like ever since he picked him for his VP nominee, that he has had bad luck with money, bad luck in his campaign, bad luck in his career, bad luck with things happening like them playing the Titanic song, which Celine Dion and them have said, dude, please don't play that. And why would you play that? Yeah, why would you play a Titanic song at your rally? That's just such a bad look. 45 is starting to think that he has been hit with bad luck for the first time in his life. Bad luck. And he thinks it's JD Vance's bad luck. So I believe this whole email campaign hack, I think it's made up. They said that the hackers got in because they were able to decipher his password, which was MAGA 2020. Now, come on. You really think that 45 and his people would pick that for a password for highly sensitive campaign material? I think not. I think this is another play. It's another event they're creating. Yeah. The other thing is, keep going. So I think that there's going to be some announcement this week. Maybe they're going to time it with, when is the Democratic convention? Isn't that coming up here? Well, anyway, I feel this week there's going to be talk about 45, maybe talking of, even though it's past the deadline, they're going to figure out a way, because they're going to say, but we got hacked. And I didn't know everything about JD Vance, and look at all the stuff about him on this couch. This isn't right. I wouldn't have picked him if I had known. This isn't fair. This is illegal. The guy who stole documents is going to talk about, illegal, and look at my skate, my laces are broken. Tanya Harding, Trump Harding. That's what I'm getting. I really think he's going to try to replace him. I've always felt that 45 doesn't even want a VP. So the money, maybe he's going to offer money to Kristi Noem, or I don't think Carrie Lake would be in there. It's going to be Kristi Noem or the dog killer, or Nikki Haley is what I feel. Or maybe Ivanka. It could be. But the Queen of Swords, to me, doesn't that look like it would be Kristi Noem or Nikki Haley? That's what and they're going to offer her money. And they're going to claim this whole election interference. That's the other thing about the emails. He's going to say election interference. He's already building up this bridge for election interference. We all know 45 is not going to win. It's funny, I've been watching a lot of astrologers, and you could tell the ones that are biased, because it's really clear to me that 45 has no path to win. Yes, he does have a lot of MAGA people, yes. But look at the crowds. Look at the rallies. There's no way. And even like the polling, the points for Kamala they've gone way up. Tim Walz, great pick. He's such a beautiful, hopeful figure. Positive, funny, real. He'll go out there and cuss, but not in a derogatory way. He's just real. He's a real person. And he really cares. and so does she. There, and in some ways, I feel like the only danger of Tim Walz is that he takes too much attention away from Kamala. So, okay, and that's something else. The Kamabla, that's their racist thing. They're doing that on purpose as a racist thing. That 45 has to realize that that is like name calling. It's not gonna go well. It's not going well. He has to stop. Okay, go back to Willie Brown. Low battery. Okay, Willie Brown. So he's flat out said, and God help me, I broke down to watch CNN today. Flat out said, yeah, I wasn't on a helicopter with 45. We weren't crashing. I didn't say bad things about Kamala because I love her and I think she's amazing and I feel like she's been a success in this and this and this as a DA and Senator, Congresswoman or whatever. God help me. Forgive me for not knowing if she was in the Senate or the Congress. I know that she was a DA. I know that. Or governor. I don't know. But he's like, yes, she's been great. She's been very successful. I would never say and have not said anything bad about her. And I was not on a helicopter with 45 ever, ever. And of course, 45 is producing these fake documents to say that I was on it, because he can't accept the fact that people caught him in a lie. Yeah, can you imagine? He's calling Willie Brown a liar. It's just, instead of admitting that he was wrong. So anyway, that's horrible. It's a horrible thing. What else? Anything else in the world today? The Olympics. I'm going to miss them. They've been really beautiful. So this week, what's going to happen this week? Well, I've already figured out, I think, that there is going to be an event this week, another event. That's something I want to talk about. The shooting thing that happened for entertainment purposes only. I don't think his ear even got hit at this point, because now when I look at a picture of when he had the blood after he got down and got back up, the way the blood is in two different spots of his ear, the top of his ear, not the earlobe. Remember, he said the earlobe the other day on this little conference. I don't think he got hit at all. I'm starting to believe the blood capsule theory that he put that there. And where are the bodies? Where is the funeral for this firefighter? Where are the injured people? Did 45 have them buried on his golf course? Why isn't there doctor reports? Why aren't there funerals? Why isn't there evidence? Not even a funeral for the guy, the Crooks kid, the shooter, the Lee Harvey Oswald guy. Nothing. We're getting nothing. An event. These are being, I feel, for entertainment purposes only, a lot of these are being conjured up on purpose. Yes, there were guns. Yes, there were bullets. 45 did not get hit. I absolutely do not feel like he ever got hit. I don't know. This is, like I said, we'll never know. We'll never know. We're never going to know what happened with that event. And I call it an event because that's what it is. I don't feel like it was. But see, astrologers say that it was in his chart. So who knows? I'm going to concede on that one. But it is very curious that 45 did not even know what part of his ear he was hurt. And I'm starting to wonder if he ever got hit anywhere at all, ever. And I don't think he was supposed to. Okay, some astrologers say things like, Kamala's not even going to make it to the end. Yes, she is. She's going to make it to the end. She's going to be our next president. Will 45 make it to the end? Will he drop out? That's something I want to talk about. Would 45 drop out? Well, I've already kind of said that. He's a narcissist. Narcissists don't admit defeat. If he was going to drop out of the race, he would have done it already. I think that he's going to wait till the very end. We're going to have another recount. They stole the election. And let's have another insurrection for entertainment purpose only. We're going to go through that again. I absolutely feel that. I don't feel he's going to drop out of the race. The narcissist in him will not allow that to happen, but he will lose, and he's not going to win. He's not going to win. There's no way he's going to win. There's no way. That's all I have to say about that. He's not going to drop out, but he might change JD Vance, and that's what's going to happen this week. Another event. He's going to harp on about this plane, this helicopter thing with Willie Brown. He's going to go on about the JD Vance thing, and I was misled to make this choice, and I should have the legal right to change my vice president. And I feel like he's going to try. I don't know if he'll be able to, but he's going to try. And anything else? Anything else? Yeah, the Tanya Harding thing. Oh, his sentencing is coming up. I do feel that he will be sentenced to at least community work like Tanya Harding. And that may take him off the... See, people are saying things like, why isn't he rallying? He is, but it's just awful. He has these Wizard of Oz fog things, like the stage looks like a Wizard of Oz setup, and then the Celine Dion music. I'll end it on this. It's no mistake. He may not have had a choice in that, and it may be interference in his campaign. I don't know. I think it's just a stupid choice. It's not the first time they've done stupid things like that. I just feel like they run out of steam. He's bad luck. I keep hearing bad luck. Maybe JD Vance is bad luck, but really it's that 45 has finally met the planetary alignment that doesn't agree with him. And whether that's JD Vance or not, there's really no path to the White House. Try as you may, but he's not going to win. It's over. People, here's something I want to say. People are sick